Good morning. It's a warm, greyish, overcast morning. Fairly warm as normal. And we'll have a little look here. What I've been up to. Having a bit of a clear up, a tidy up. Some of the orchids are coming along nicely. Quite a bit of rain, horrendous thunderstorm last night, and the electric went off for about 3 hours. We ended up putting the mosquito net up on the gazebo and trying to sleep in there for a little while. There was no air conditioning or fans, and these are all starting to come into flower now. Again, the big orchids all looking pretty good. So yeah, we're getting quite a showing again. Still got the odd sunflower. There. Where we've been tidying up is where we're growing some vegetables and fruit and stuff, and it was a bit overgrown. It was there was a tree that was sort of dying, and which is what I was chopping some of the branches off when I dropped the machete, and it hit me in the leg. So having a bit of a rest at the moment, just doing a little bit of pottering. Some new bearings on the shredder. As I was moving the shredder the other day and a wheel fell off, the bearings had all rusted and fell apart. So there we are, we've got new bearings, and I'm going to drag that out of the way and go under cover soon, as I've done my shredding over here where we had a clear up. Now Whit, the tractor man, came yesterday and done a bit of work with his tractor where we're going to be planting these coconuts. Anyway, needless to say, I think possibly still a little bit on the damp side, as you can probably see there. It's still quite a lot of water laying about on there, so coconuts will be staying in the pots for a little while. They're alright, they'll keep growing, the roots are doing well. We have planted a couple elsewhere, the roots are doing really nicely, so yeah, they'll be good. He's going to come back and do this again when it dries out a little bit, and we're going to have to do some over here. We're going to have to do some channeling down here and then along the back there, and connect that with a trench or a ditch we've already got running along the back into the pond, which does drain this bit over here. So we'll do that, and it'll drain that. It's easier than making the soil up. We keep trying to make the soil up, and it costs a fortune, and you still end up with low spots. So we'll just deal with the low spots. Right, this is the area we were working in, clearing. We've got leaves growing in here. Planted a few more. There's quite a bit of fruit and vegetables growing in here, which we're going to keep, but it needed tidying up. I'm just watching where I'm walking here because it's a bit boggy. And anyway, this is where the tree that came out, and this is where I dropped the blimmin' machete down here when I was cutting some of the branches out, but anyway, the leg's a lot better now. Yeah, so this is where we have various fruit. We've put a few coconuts in here, but we've still got in here, we've got aubergines, baby aubergines, we've got some lemongrass, which we'll leave that there for now, and when we need some we'll take that out and use it. And that banana, I'm going to try and do what a guy said on the internet, just let one grow, and keep chopping those little ones out, keep taking these little ones out, just let one grow, and he reckons then the fruit will be good, but we'll see. So yeah, we've got some other fruit here. This is guava, which we'll keep because I do like guava. It's quite a nice fruit. It's a bit bland, I suppose, compared to some fruits, but I like it. It's crispy, a bit like an apple, I suppose. Very nice. Here, these coconuts here, they've only been in a few days. They're looking pretty good. These are the fragrant coconuts, which start producing fruit when they're quite low. Yeah, so here, these are guava. I have cut all this quite short, and I need to clear up that side. I've cleared this side, and I'm going to try and keep this cut very short, and I can just come in with a strimmer with a string on it and the wire on it, and just zip over this quite quickly. So in here, these are guava in here. And over here there are some durian trees over here, which is another fruit which I'm not overly keen on. Some more lemongrass. And this is the sort of little ditch that we have, which takes the water off of this bit of land, because it used to really flood, so we've done that, and it works quite well, and it just drains into the pond over there. Yeah, that does alright. And that's what we'll do with that piece where the coconuts are going. And here, this tree here is aubergine, baby aubergines. They look like peas, they go in curries and things. Okay, let's pick them. This is another sort of herb type of thing. These bananas just keep shooting up everywhere. But, a lot of them we will eventually just take out. Again, over there we've got more aubergines, and then we've got up the leaves up there. This vicious looking thing, I don't really know what it is, but it's best avoided when you're walking past with no shirt on. And over here we might plant another few vegetables or fruits or something, but at the moment we've just got big lemon bushes here, fruit trees on the bank, and a couple of papaya here and there. So this lot I've been cut. I need to rake all this up, but I haven't got round to it yet. But I will do. Papaya, single papaya tree over here is Quite a bit of fruit on it. Not doing too bad. And these are all lemons here, which I think I showed you before. Our lemons are here are green. Look like limes, but they are lemons. These actually, they get a massive fruit on them, and we come and pick a load, and we actually Noy juices them, bottles it up, and I take some to her restaurant, saves her buying it, and we use some for cooking and, well, yeah, cooking really. If you've got a sore throat, use the lemons with salt. That's what they do here. If you feel like you're getting a bit of a cold or sore throat, you cut a lemon in half, sprinkle rock salt on it, or sea salt, or whatever it is, and then you suck the juice out of it. Lovely. So this is the bit we've been tidying up. It's looking better, and it'll be easier to keep tidy. We won't put a great deal more in here. Maybe the odd aubergine or eggplant. Maybe over there we've got a little space between the lemon tree. So we might put something in there. The thing is, we have to water it, so we're watering that area. We might as well have something in there growing. So that's where we are with that section there. We had to put a pump in back in after a bit of servicing, because we had a real dry spell. We had to water these leaves. So we've got one pump in here, just in case. We did run it for a couple of days. And this is Noise, that new lily that she planted with the big lily pads. So I've got to drag that banana out of the way there. But these are supposed to grow about 1 metre across and turn up at the edges, but they don't like deep water when they're young. So what you do, you have to put it in the water, in the shallow, then move it out. And I think maybe one more move you've got to do that, a little bit into this area here somewhere. And I think that's probably where it will stay. And then hopefully the pads will cover this area here. And should look quite nice, hopefully. We're still chucking the stuff we cut around the edges here to try and stop the erosion. Not worked too well up the far end. The one coconut tree has gone in, but yeah, we'll see how that goes up there. There, the leaves we did have to water a couple of days. It was very hot, very dry. So yeah, so the leaves are doing okay. Like I say, they had got very dry, but we've gone back to rain again now. I'll leave the pump connected up. That's easy then, just cover it up with a polystyrene fish box, and if we need it, if we're ready to start up. But yeah, they're doing all right. So that's what we've been up to the last few days. A bit of tidying up, a little bit of clearing up. We did have somebody in to chop that tree down. We took a lot of the branches down as much as we could, and then yeah, we had somebody in to chop it down with their chainsaws. This is what I get from the shredder. The smaller stuff goes in the shredder, which gives you quite a fine quite a fine sort of stuff that's used for mulch. The bigger I can shred up to, or chip up to 3-inch branches, which gives you the chips, which is quite nice. It's quite nice. No one likes to use that for other stuff. So that's what I get. I get chips and the shredded sort of stuff, which if you leave that shredded stuff there, if you just leave it in a pile, you dig underneath it after a few weeks, and it's actually lovely black, almost like black soil. Yeah, that's quite nice. Noise avocado still not doing anything. No fruit, no flowers, no nothing. That'll end up going. Probably, let's have a look, 3 inches. Yeah, that'll go in the shredder. All the herbal stuff, various herbs and plants for medicinal purposes, all doing very nicely. And again, we had to water those for a few days because of the dry spell. But they're doing okay. All the leaves up there doing okay. This is the one that's used for, which we dry and I drink and use. Drink as a tea, this one here. Cut the leaves off, chop them up and put them out in the sun to dry, and then when they're dried you just dry fry them in a big wok just to get any other moisture out, and it then looks like a tea leaves, or not tea leaves, but you know how you get tea in bags and things. So yeah, it seems to work for the blood pressure. So and that's it, that's where we are. Well, dang, a hard life, ain't you, boy? Bloody dog. There's our little area there. Water feature. These are the lipstick plants. It took a long while to flower. They looked like they wasn't going to do much for a while, but when they did, they did. And there's a lot of orchids flowering now. And it's all looking good. All looking good. Anyway, that's where we are. Hope you enjoyed a little tour, see what we've been up to. Always stuff to do here, always grass to cut somewhere. And over here I think needs doing again. Yes, it does. You can probably see. Another little welding project I did here, little frame to hold this tree up. No, I didn't want to prune it because I don't know if this will focus under there or not. That thing under there, that little yellow hanging thing, it's actually a flower. They smell really nice. They grow on the lower branches, so in the mornings you come open the back door up to a smell which is quite unbelievable, and again in the evenings you can smell it. So what I did, we had some poles left, old rusty poles which I sort of brushed up with the grinder and the disc, painted, and just welded a bit up here, and just to support the tree, to lift it up, and yeah, that's done the job. It don't look very pretty down here, looks a bit like scaffolding, but anyway, Noy's happy with it. We didn't have to cut the tree. That's it, the orchids are all looking alright. Same can't be said for the car, which we had a bit of an accident with a post, and we got comprehensive insurance, so that's going in soon. We're just waiting for the company to give us a ring, and we'll take that in and get that sorted out. Not the end of the world. So, I'll leave it there. We've enjoyed seeing what we've been up to again. Keep trying these videos, and yeah, they're not going too well, but I'll see how this one goes. Just before I do go, there's a strange orchid, this one. It's just a very nice orchid. But, when it first flowers, it looks a bit, I don't like it much, but then after a few days, even probably a week, the flowers seem to separate and it looks really nice. And we have a few of those along here, which Noy did split them up from. We had I think she had a couple, and she gradually split them up, and we've got quite a few now. And the flowers last for weeks, and they look really nice. Yeah, anyway, we'll leave it there, and hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch up with you soon. Take care, and have a good weekend.